Today we are tackling the single most important part of any piece of writing, the paragraph. And I want you to forget everything you might have learned in middle school because we're going to build a perfect one right from the ground up.
All right, let's just get this out of the way. We were all taught some version of the 5-sentence rule, right? You probably still have it rattling around in your head. But what if I told you that rule is a complete myth? And worse, what if it's actually holding your writing back?
Here's the thing. A paragraph's real strength has absolutely nothing to do with how long it is. It could be one powerful sentence, or it could be 10. What actually matters is that every single word, every sentence, is all working together to serve one main controlling idea. That's the real secret.
So, if it's not about counting sentences, then what is it about? Well, a truly powerful paragraph is built on a solid foundation of 4 key ingredients.
I think this analogy is just perfect. You wouldn't throw up a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, would you? Of course not. It's the same with your writing. If your paragraphs have cracks, your whole argument can come tumbling down.
So these are the 4 pillars that make up that strong foundation. First, it has to be unified. One paragraph, one single idea. That's it. Second, it has to be clearly related to the thesis. Every paragraph needs to be a pillar holding up your main point. Third, it's got to be coherent. The sentences have to flow one to the next in an order that makes sense. And finally, it has to be well developed. You can't just state your idea. You've got to explain it, support it, and prove it. Okay, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty and actually build a paragraph from scratch. We're going to follow a really simple 5-step process. And just to make things a little more interesting, our topic for today is piranhas. Here's our blueprint, our recipe. We start with a strong topic sentence. Then we elaborate on it. After that, we give an example, explain that example, and finally, complete the thought. Pretty simple, right? Let's get to it.
All right, step 1 is the most important. This is the bedrock of the entire structure. Your topic sentence states the paragraph's one controlling idea. Everything, and I mean everything that follows, has to support this one sentence. And boom, there it is. See how this makes a clear, debatable claim? It's not just a fact, it's an argument. It tells the reader exactly what this paragraph is going to prove, that the whole dangerous piranha thing is a myth. Okay, foundation is laid. Now, for step 2, we need to elaborate. We're going to add a sentence that gives a little more context. It answers the question, okay, so why do people believe this myth?
And that sentence does the job perfectly. It immediately points a finger at the cause, popular media. We're not just making a claim, we're starting to build a case, layer by layer.
Now we need some proof. An argument without evidence is really just an opinion, right? Step 3 is where you show your receipts. You have to back up your claim with a concrete example.
See how good that is? It's not a vague statement like, movies make them look scary. No, it's a super specific, verifiable piece of evidence that directly supports our point about the media.
Now, this next step is absolutely crucial. You can't just drop an example and walk away. That's a huge mistake. You have to explain why it matters. How does this movie poster actually connect back to your main idea? This sentence is the glue. It connects the dots. It explicitly links that movie poster to the unnecessary fear we mentioned in our topic sentence. It basically does the thinking for the reader, which is what good writing is all about. And finally, step 5. It's time to bring it in for a landing. We need to wrap things up, summarize the point, and give the reader a sense of completion.
And that does it. This conclusion brings everything home. It contrasts the myth with reality and gives us a final takeaway, leaving the reader with a complete, satisfying thought. It's the perfect bow on top.
So let's look at the whole thing now, all put together. You can really see the flow, can't you? Each sentence has a specific job, and they all work together to support that one single controlling idea we started with. Now that is a well-built paragraph.
Okay, so now that we know how to build a good one, let's head over to the Fix-It shop. We're going to look at 2 of the most common ways paragraphs just completely fall apart. And more importantly, how you can fix them. First up, the paragraph with no topic sentence. You know, our source material compares this to a sandwich with no top slice of bread. You just got this messy pile of details with no direction. It's confusing. But look what happens when you just add that clear topic sentence. Suddenly, all those random facts have a purpose. They all make sense together. The second big problem is trying to stuff more than one main idea into a single paragraph. Look at this original.
It's all about piranhas being harmless, 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 and then suddenly it's about how to cook them. What? Those last couple sentences belong in a totally different paragraph. The fix here is to be ruthless. Cut out anything that doesn't serve your one single controlling idea.
So let's zoom back out for a second. Because mastering the paragraph, it isn't just about writing a neat little block of text. It's about learning how to build a strong, clear, persuasive argument from the ground up.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. Think of your main argument, your thesis, as a seed. Your entire paper is the plant that grows from that one seed. And each paragraph, each one is a branch, growing directly and logically out of that original idea. They truly are the building blocks of all great writing.
So look, this isn't just some abstract exercise. This is a tool you can use right now. So my question for you is this. Now that you have the blueprint, what's the first argument in your own writing, maybe an email, a report, or an essay, that you are going to go back and strengthen?